So lesson number 37. We're going to do probably the most famous part of the Bohemian Rhapsody verse, which is just following on from the intro that we did last lesson. You can see that this first bar here is exactly the same as what we did last lesson. So where we repeated this twice, it actually happened a third time at the start of the verse. But then we have some subtle changes here. So, for example, that F goes to a G and so on. I'll go through that in a second. And all these upside down notes here, we're going to just go. I've not put left hand over everyone, but basically we're going to assume that they're left hand. We always cross over, and in bar 4 is slightly different. We're going to separate this up. We're going to do the right hand bit first. We're going to do this, 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 and this to get used to the finger shapes, and then we'll add in the left hand afterwards. So let's go to the piano and have a look what it looks like. So, zoom in. Alright, now we're going to start with what we had last time, which was the B flat and D, and the F going up. So the way the pattern always works is the top two notes first on together, and then we play the F, B flat and D one by one going up. So apple, apple, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The 3 and 4 and are where we're doing the, which we're just going to drop for a minute. We're going to come back to that in a second. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and then we're going to move to the G, B flat D. So these two fingers aren't changing at all, and the thumb is just going up from the F to the G. So it looks like this. So same B and D together, and then G, B flat, D. Sorry. So if you put those together, we'll do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, I'll go a bit slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For the next bar, the thumb stays in the same place, and these two fingers are going to move up to C and E flat. Now it's up to you how you finger this. I prefer personally probably to do 1, 2 and 3, but I tend to change a little bit. Sometimes I do 1, 2 and 4. It's up to you what you want to keep. Just don't use 5 because that's going to be really uncomfortable to try and do. So if we do G, C, E flat. Once again, we got the pattern of the top two first, and then G on its own, C on its own, and then E flat on its own. So if you put that with the other two, it looks like this, starting from beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the last bar has no left hand doesn't have a left hand crossover, so it's all in the right hand. We're gonna go again. So just the one that we just done, which is C and E flat, G, C, E flat. We'll do it again, but immediately we're gonna jump down and do C, F, A, C. So we're going to jump down to as if we were doing the F major arpeggio. So we're just here. And this will require a little jump because your finger 5 is all the way over here, and we're going to have to jump it all the way to play that C there first. And go C, F, A, C, and try and do 5, 1, 2, 5. So And that's going to take a little while to get that going. Let's show you that last bar again. One more time. So let's look at what that looks like with the whole right hand of the first 4 bars. Starting with B flat and D and F. Here we go. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2 and 1 and 2 and or 3 and 4 and whatever you fancy. Let me show you that one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So the last bit we're going to add today is the easy part on the left hand. We're not going to do any crossing over today. But so you don't lose the knack of crossing over, just practice that introduction we did last lesson. Just keep practicing that because that'll get used to doing a crossing over. But we're not going to add that in today. We're going to gradually slow do it. But what we are going to do is add the left hand notes which happen down here. So first one, we have a B flat with it. As we know, it's exactly the same as the introduction. And then you're going to play a G. It doesn't matter really what finger you play. Probably just try and avoid the same one as you played with the B flat. So for example, if you've used a 2 on a B flat, you could probably use any other fingers. You might use finger 3 for that one. So the second bar is B flat and D, and then the G. So if you put those two together, we've got this. 3 and 4 and G. 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and B flat. 3 and 4 and G. 3 and 4 and then we're going up to E flat, C and G, and the thumb is going to play a C. So here's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let's put those 3 together. Looks like this. 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and G. 3 and 4 and C. 3 and 4 and then for the last bar where we've got the, we're going to go C again, and then we're going to drop our 5 down to an F. So the last bar looks like this. One more time. So let's put those 4 bars together. We're not doing any of the overarm today. We'll put that in for the next lesson. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and. 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and one more time, even slower, just so you can see what's going on. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and and there we go. That's the most of the first 4 bars done, and then we'll put in the next lesson. Good luck, have a great weekend, see you next week.